Today we're getting into crossbody mountain climbers. Now crossbody mountain climbers, or any mountain climbers, are typically thought of as a core exercise. But truly, they're a full body exercise that have the ability to work you head to toe. They're great for either strength or cardio, and I'll show you how to modify and get into each one. Now the difference between a crossbody and a standard mountain climber is that crossbody motion, as you'll see when I demonstrate, gets a little bit more oblique activation than a standard mountain climber. Now, let's get into the technique of these. You're gonna set up into a high plank position. Hands placed right under the shoulders, hips are nice and level, toes on the floor. You're going to lift one leg off the floor, drive the knee up, bring it to the opposite elbow, pause, and then extend the leg to return to a high plank. Then repeat on the opposite side. Just like that. Now, some common mistakes with crossbody mountain climbers. The first is the hands not being under the shoulder joint. We like to have those hands way up here. Not only are you taking the elbow further away from the knee and making you come a lot further, but we're placing a lot of strain on the shoulder, on the neck, and on the upper back, as well as the elbow joint here. Think about pulling the carpet, pulling the surface that you're on with your hands toward your toes. So you're squeezing the armpits, pulling, that's gonna engage the core a little bit more and help keep those hands under your shoulders. The other thing, reset if you're tired. You're working a lot of different body parts in this exercise, so it's likely that once you get tired, those hands are gonna slide out, or you're just thinking about how your legs, your core, everything else is moving that you just forget. So reset if necessary. The second most common mistake is elevating with the hips, which also pulls those hands out from underneath the shoulders. In this position, you're taking away that full range of motion and taking a lot of stress in that low back and upper back area. So, squeeze the glutes. Think that you're balancing a board or a cup on that mid back here so that you can't elevate those hips, because if you pull those hips up, that board or that cup is going to slide off your back. Again, this is one where you may just be getting tired and may not notice it because you're working every other body part in a different way, but reset when necessary. The last most common mistake is not driving that knee up. I see a lot of little steps with the mountain climbers. Really focus on that big drive up. That's going to bring the obliques into it, the rectus abdominis into it, and really work that core all the way down to those quads. If that slowed down, full range of motion pace is where you're at, that's okay. Build the strength there, then work into adding more cardiovascular piece to it, adding an increase to the pace, and you'll be well on your way. Let's go through proper technique one last time. High plank position, hands under the shoulders, toes on the ground, leg out, drive knee to opposite elbow, back to the high plank, switch into that opposite leg. Now you're well on your way to building that core and cardiovascular endurance.